formation, number 40, Ray Greenwood. Trevor Y, number 1, Alvin Cardigan. C, number 28, Frank Becker. Number 10, Alexander Morris. Starting at X, number 6, Noah Acapulco. Starting at left tackle, starting at number
10, Alexander Hermichek, the ball carrier.
Now, the stars of the defense for the Bearcats.
Tackle for the Bearcats by number 32, Ben Cole.
He's 6'6", 145 pounds. He recorded
a gain of 3 on the play. Correction, gain of 2, second down and 8.
And also along with them is All-Stater Noah Organic. He had 3 tackles plus last week against Grand Island, including a sack. Here are the Spartans. Second and 7 on the 36. At the backfield. We put back up the middle. Walters will be hit at the 41.
Number 13, Carson Walters on the quarterback keeper. Tackle again, made by the Bearcats, number 32, Ben Cole. It's third down.
You're not going through, you're back down.
Option right, and there he goes. Oh, he pitches it back to Max White, and he'll be out of bounds. It was a nice play.
Ball carrier. Tackle for the Bearcats by number 32, Ben Cole.
Second tackle of the night will be a first down for the Spartans.
Getting a lot of feedback from.
It'll be first down from the 48
8-9 on the play. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. First and 10 for Lincoln East.
And it's a dual threat guy. He can use his feet or his arm. He's using shotgun. Quarterback Max White to his right. Takes a snap. Read option. White. Also, you can keep it up the middle. Move low. We're going to get around 7.
Number 13, Carson Walters, ball carrier. Tackle for the Bearcats by number 5, Trey Ruby.
With the tackle.
Gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
This year, dominant, only 2 juniors starting on this Kearney football team. One being the quarterback, Kenny Costa, the other being offensive and defensive lineman, Lee Arrington. Walters a green shot, Walters right. They'll get on the backfield. Hands it off. Looking for Zach King will get a tackle at
Number 7, Max White, the ball carrier. Tackle for the Bearcats by number 2, Zach King.
Third and long.
Is third down.
Walters in shotgun, Zon. In back over, set motion, hand it off. Zon, he will get the first down. Will really get first down. So
Number 34, Brendan Goodyear's ball carrier. Tackle for the Bearcats by number 64, Joaquin Robinson. Taking 3 on the play. Ball spotted on the 37-yard line. First and 10 for Lincoln.
Test.
Walters in shotgun along with fullback Grady Greenwood. Takes a snap, go to his left. He's going to hit a hole, and he escapes one. There he goes, and he will get a first down. It looks like Ryan Koski will get the tackle. And Noah Urbanek on the tackle. It'll be another first down for the Spartans. The ball now on the 23-yard line of the Bearcats. The Spartans just running over this defense right now. Walters in shotgun along with Curry Zalman. Takes a snap, hands it off, go to his right. We get the corner, no. Good block shedding by number 6, Cannon Coster. Excuse me, that was number 5, Trey Gruby. The gain of 4 for the Spartans. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Bearcats are led by head coach Brandon Gould in his 16th season as the Bearcat head coach. Led the Bearcats to the 2006 Class A State Football Championship. Walters in shotgun long with Grady Greenwood to his left, and we'll have a timeout. Lincoln East, maybe some confusion there from the sideline to the players on the field. Now with timeout, we're going to take a quick break. Stick with us here on Strive TV. My parents said it sounds good. My parents said it sounds good.
Now we got it?
Yep. So.
I'm going to change the setting on it.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. Okay, now your parents said now we got sound?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Does that sound good?
What's that? Oh, I unplugged me. No, I got nothing right now. Hello?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think we got it now.
All right, ready? And we are back here on Strive TV. Now, you are listening on the Kearney Bearcat channel. We're going to call this channel BSN, as for Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. It is about 2nd and 6 for the Spartans here. We got Walters in shotgun. It looks like Grady Greenwood to his left. Max White comes in motion, get hand off to White. He's going to try to get the corner, and he will. He will get a first down, about a gain. We'll get a first down about a gain of around 8, and it'll be another first down for the Spartans. Ben Dinkel on the tackle. And the Spartans will be at the 17-yard line of the Bearcats. This Spartans offense will run a lot, especially with Carson Walters at the helm, and he's in shotgun once again. Sets a man in motion. Take the snap, hand it off, read option. Walters can keep himself, and he will get a gain of about 3. And it looks like Lee Harrington will get the tackle, one of the 2 only junior starters on this football team. A lot of experience on this Bearcat team. Last year, the seniors now were juniors last year. They got a lot of playing time because only 16 seniors went out in last year's football team, so they have a lot of varsity snaps under their helm. Walters in shotgun, Greenwood to his left. He takes snap, he can take himself on the left side. He will get tackled. He will shed a little. He will escape the grasp but still fall down. Ben Dinkle on the tackle once again. That's about the third or fourth time that I've called his name so far in this drive.
Good.
And it'll be 1st and goal for the Spartans at around the 3-4 yard line of the Bearcats. Excuse me, the 2 yard line. They're going to come out. Walters on shotgun, get it handed off. And it doesn't look like he will get in.
That's a big, heavy set they put that back there, and I think they just laid him short.
Gain of only 1. It'll be 2nd and goal now for the Spartans. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to option read out to the right or left, because Walters, of course, has got that great speed. Coming out another heavy set, getting handed off again, and this time he will get in. The Spartans score on their first drive of the football game, and they make it 6-0. It was around a 68-yard touchdown drive for the Spartans. They'll come out with a left-footed kicker. Carson Walters, in fact, is a left-handed thrower, so both those guys got something in common. Snap is good. Hold, and the kick is good, and it is 7-0 Spartans.
That was an impressive drive by the Spartans. They mainly run on the ball all the way down the field here. Carson Palmer looks like he is everything as advertised as the quarterback. The Bearcats were very knowledgeable of him to what he can do, and he's very shown of that.
All right, Spartans up 7-0. We will take a quick break. When we come back, you'll see the Bearcat offense. Stick with us.
About 30 seconds. I gotta work on. Let's see if I can minimize this stream down here. Get this. So I can pop back and forth to get the scores.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got to keep track of that,
keep track of scores here. Oh, I got here.
I should probably get mine out. My iPad, I can check Twitter. Check NEB preps.
Yep, that's what. Oh, you know what? I'll do that on here, Twitter deck.
Hello. So are we muted or what?
Yeah, we're muted.
Okay. From right here? Oh, right there. Okay. All right, we're back. You want to come back? And we are back here on BSN, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. The Spartans just completed a 68-yard touchdown drive to take a 7-0 lead over the number 5 ranked Kearney Bearcats. The kick is off, and it looks like it'll be Noah Bannock with the return. He's going to cut up field. He's going to go to the right sideline. He's got a little bit of space, and he will get to around the 45-yard line. A good return by the senior running back.
And Noah Bannock's in a good senior year. He's getting definitely scholarship offers. He's got offers from South Dakota State, among others up there. He had a great game last week, including one of our best hits I've seen in high school football at the Grand Island one. We put that on our Twitter page last day.
And now will come out leading this offense is number 6, a 6'3", 205-pound junior. Cannon Coster won the quarterback position in the offseason. He's going to come out in shotgun with Urbanik to his right. Got 2 receivers on his left. You look, hand it off to Urbanik to the left side. He's going to cut. He will get around. He will get a few as Urbanik last week struggled a little, only had 20 yards on 11 carries. But that's when Nate Berg stepped in and led the Bearcat offense. We will see a lot of Nate Berg here tonight because they like Urbanik more at defense than offense, but they have a big 3-headed monster at that running back position. Along with Urbanik is Nate Berg and Tanner Ellenson. And here is Coster in shotgun with Urbanik to his right. Snaps the ball. They didn't know. And Coster will get it. He'll run to his right. He will probably lose yardage, and he will. Just bad communication there between Coster's receiver and center.
Yeah, someone went wrong there. Either a snap count or Coster was talking to the backs, the wide receivers, and the center must have heard the snap count and snapped it because it seemed like he was the only one who moved. Well, bad luck there for the Bearcats, but way to go for Cannon by not losing a whole lot of yardage.
Be a loss of 4, and now will be a 3rd and 10 for the Bearcats. Berg in there to his left. Coster takes back, looks back, going to throw a screen to Berg. Sheds the tackle. That's just a great play right there by Lincoln East. On the tackle was number 70, Cavian Randall. He also starts on the offensive line. That's just a great recognition of a screen right there, and that will force the Bearcats to punt. The punter will be number 32, Ben Dinkle. He is a senior. Back deep for the Spartans is number 10, Alex Vernisic, and number 31, Braden Sellen. He muffed the punt, but he will get it back. He's going to go upfield at the 20, at the 25, and he will get at the 23, brought down by the Bearcats, number 64, Joaquin Robinson. And Carson Walters and company will come out for their second possession of the game after completing a 68-yard touchdown drive, their last possession. And it looks like he went out of bounds actually at the 27, not the 32. And that's where Lincoln East will take over. Walters with 2 men next to him in shotgun. Takes the snap. Read option. He's going to hand it off to White. He will get at around 6. Max White was actually the starting quarterback a year ago, but was injured in the first game of the season. That is when Carson Walters made a name for himself and grabbed that opportunity and took advantage of it. And now you see here today he is the starter for the Spartans. Spartans will come out in shotgun. They will most likely go from shotgun most of the game unless they're over there by the goal line. Takes a snap, another read option, and up the middle will be Grady Greenwood. And he will get a few more, and it will be 3rd and 1 coming up from the Spartans from their own 36. Tanner Ellingson on the tackle, one of the big 3 in their rushing game. Bearcat, I had a chance to interview Coach Cool earlier this week, and he said that their game plan for the Spartans is to just run it until they get stopped. They're going to Walters in under center. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to go up field, and he will get the first down. He will get around 6. And it'll be 1st down Spartans. They will be at the 41. Ryan Koski on the tackle for the Bearcats. Already only 2:20 left here in the first quarter play. It's gone fast.
They just have a moving game here. A lot of running.
Walters shotgun. Read option again. He's going to hand it off to White. He's going to go outside, and he will be tackled by the Bearcats' Tanner Ellingson. Looks like it will be only about a gain of 3. It'll be about 2nd and 7 for the Spartans. Group of substitutions coming in. Again, Lincoln East rated number 8 in the state, while the Bearcats are rated number 5. So pretty good matchup here this week. Walters in shotgun. He's going to fake the off, going to take it himself. He's going to go to the left side. He will get the corner, and he will get the first down. They will now be at the 48 of Kearney. Trey Clevenger with the tackle for the Bearcats, another senior. With all this rushing, you got to think that endurance of the Bearcats defense will be tested tonight because they have not attempted a pass so far in this football game, and we already got only 1:30 left here in the first quarter of play. Walters in shotgun again. Greenwood to his right. Take it. It's going to be a quarterback blast. missed the tackle, and Ben Dinkle will stuff him. He just keeps running, and he'll get positive yards. He will get about a gain of 5. Another decent chunk of yardage there on first down for Carson Walters.
Right now they're just pretty much running Walters and just daring the Bearcats to stop him at the moment. And right now we're kind of seem to be unable to do so.
Looks like that interior line of Lincoln East is beating the Bearcats' defensive line right now with their rushing game. They're going to have to create some penetration if they have a chance of stopping Walters. And a flag. Looks like it'll be a false start on the Spartans. Our first penalty of the game. Illegal procedure. Sabian Taylor was the man that went in motion, and I would think that would be against him. First penalty of the game. Last week, penalty-wise, the Bearcats committed only about slim to none penalties, while GI committed a lot last week.
Yeah, definitely Bearcats were helped out by GI quite a bit in the penalty department here, and we took advantage of it with that big win last week.
Walters in shotgun, 2 men on his left and man on his right. He sends Savion Taylor to motion again. He's going to hand off, and he'll be stuffed by Joaquin Robinson. And number 30, Tanner Ellingson again.
And Tanner's right now is having a great first quarter. Quite a few tackles in the very right here.
And it looks like that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Number 8, Lincoln East leads. Number 5, Kearney, 7-0. You are watching live here on BSN Bearcat Sports Network. And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, second quarter, stick with us. Dominated by Lincoln East.
As we begin the second quarter play here, it was pretty much dominated by Lincoln East. This is our first game here, Bearcat Sports Network, so we are working out the kinks. We will try the best to work on statistics, but we kind of missed the first quarter. After this first quarter here, we'll try to keep up to date. As we start beginning the second quarter play, it's Lincoln East 7, Bearcat 0.
Walters, finally, first pass of the game, he's going to throw, and it is caught by number 1, Donovan Bargan. A good reception by Bargan. He is a tough one to cover. He is 6'4", 190 pounds. He is a senior, and the first pass play of the game for the Spartans is a good one.
That was very tall. He just went up and got it, jumped over our cornerbacks. That was a good run play there.
And now they'll set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Spartans, the first quarter, completely dominated by Lincoln East. They just ran the ball all over the Bearcat defense. And you got to think maybe get a little tired out there. Number 10, Max White will get the carry. Or excuse me, that will be Alexander Hernistic. He will only get around 1, maybe. Yeah, he'll get around 1. Zach King on the tackle for the Bearcats. And you got to think that
Zach, it's okay. Zach King had a good game last week at Grand Island. He's a senior. I talked to his father last week, and he's looking at possibly Liberty University. Going to play for maybe Coach Gill.
That's good info there. Coach Turner Gill was a player at Nebraska. He was a quarterback back in the days for Nebraska. Now Walters in shotgun. Greenwood to his left, going to throw. Quick strike. Ooh, and it was almost intercepted by Brant Barth, the 6'2", 171-pound senior. That was a great disruption right there by Barth.
Barth read that very well. That almost was very close to a pick six. I think maybe the Lincoln East receiver ended up playing more defender in that play. to prevent Barth from that pick six.
And it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Spartans, who have not had many situations so far where it's been 3rd and long. So we'll see what they do right here. They set up shop. Jack Kurtenbach out there, shifted to his left. Walter's shotgun, he's going to look to throw. Looks to his left, and pressure, he's going to run away. Zach King will get him down, and that should hold the Spartans only to a field goal attempt.
That was good pursuit by Zach. He did a nice job there holding Carson Palmer to a short gain to bring up 4th down.
4th down and 6 for the Spartans. And their kicker will come out to try and attempt. Looks like around
About a 47-yard field goal.
47. It'll be Connor French, the kicker, number 11. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick will be long enough, and it is good. Connor French with a 47-yard field goal. That was absolutely perfect. But a good job of the Bearcats to keep them at 3 points on that drive. Now you got to think about getting the offense rolling.
Absolutely. Bearcats need to find something on offense. We've only had one drive so far. I do not believe actually we got a first down on that one. We need to answer, or this game could get out of hand early. It's 10-0 right now with 10:05 remaining in the second quarter. The Bearcats' offense looked real good last week. We mainly was a power offense. Let our line of scrimmage dictate against Grand Island. Right now, it's not really doing real well against Lincoln East.
So you got to think, coaches down there try to pump up their offensive line.
But this is only the Bearcats' second drive. Lincoln East has done a good job of playing keep away from the Bearcats. With 10:05 remaining in the half, this is the Bearcats' second time they've actually touched the ball. You know, if you can't get an offense on the field, it's really hard to score. And credit Lincoln East for doing all that.
True that. Now we'll be back for the Bearcats on the kickoff return. It will be seniors Trey Gruby and Noah Urbanek. Noah Urbanek, of course, an all-stater, multiple Division I scholarship offers that we mentioned earlier. The kick will be a line drive kick, and Urbanek will let go by him. It will be a touchback. And it looks like the Bearcats will take over at around the 20-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Again, they need to get some kind of offense going. If anything, just try to generate some first downs, get some kind of rhythm going on right now. When you only have 3 snaps, it's just really hard to get anything going right now, especially Lincoln East, because they have shown they can move the ball.
So here come the Bearcats. Coster in shotgun with Urbanek to his right. Trips to the left. Takes a snap. He's going to be quarterback draw. He'll get by a couple to spin around, and he will get at around 5. Good chunk of yardage for the first play of the drive. And it looks like they're going to try to go no huddle here.
They're trying to speed things up. Well, hopefully we get the miscommunication issues figured out. That's where we had that fumble issue early in the first quarter.
Coster under center. He's going to hand off to Urbanek. He's going to cut to his right, but he will be caught there by number 70, Kavion Randall. We've heard his name a few times so far through this broadcast.
Kavion's having a good day right now on the defensive line, containing Urbanek and containing Berg.
3rd and 5 for the Bearcats. It'd be really tough if they went 3 and out right here.
And this is a big 3rd down attempt right here for the Bearcats. We really need this one to get first down to keep the drive going.
Coster in shotgun. Sets Cody Smith in motion. Takes the snap, can roll to his left. Look, and he will throw it, and that will be short. And another great defensive stop by the Spartans, able to break up and pressure Coster into making a bad throw. It looked like he was hit there while he was releasing the ball.
Absolutely, way too much pressure on Cannon Costa there. He did not have time to deliver to the ball. This fell incomplete, brings up 4th down for the Bearcats.
And again, Ben Dinkle will come out for the punt. Back for the Spartans is number 34, Brandon Goodyear. It looks like number 10, Alexander Hernisic. Dinkle will punt it down. They'll be around midfield. Oh, what a hit. And it looked like That will be
Flags.
a flag.
Yeah, it'll be flags of play.
Cody Smith, number 86, on the hit. It looks like he didn't see the wave of the hand there by the Lincoln East returner.
Yeah, it's personal foul. Hit him on the head. That'd be 15 yards.
And the Spartans will have a great field position to start out this drive right here. It was a very kind of weak wave of the hand. I could barely tell it from up here. But he did wave the hand, so that will be a 15-yarder. And so it looks like they will start the drive at the Bearcat 39-yard line. Ref's still discussing it here, though.
Yeah, sometimes he didn't actually signal a personal foul. Is it just a 5-yard? Or they are talking about of where the foul happened. Right now the ball's sitting at the 41-yard line. But either way, it's just not very good because right now the Bearcats are having struggled to stop this Lincoln East offense, and we're just going to give them great field position right now. The referee's moving forward.
And they're going to move it back here. Looks like it's going to be around the 36 of the Bearcats. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans as they've just completely dominated this football game to this point.
And right now the Bearcats have had six offensive snaps with 8:52 remaining in the first half. We've had 6 offensive snaps. And we just, right now the Bearcats, they need a big stop. They need a 3-and-out right now to hold this Lincoln East.
Walters shotgun, get handed off to Hernistic. He's going to get the quarter, and he will get a good chunk of yardage. Looks like around 7 or 8. That was number 10, Alexander Hernistic, on the tackle. Or on the rush, excuse me. He is a 5'7", 160-pound junior on the Spartan team. Gain of 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3. Walters again in shotgun with 2 backs to his left and right. Gain it off, option, he's going to hand it. He's going to come down, and he will get tackled. Not a very good gain. Looks like about 1.
That was a good defensive read by the Bearcats. They kind of flowed down the offensive line of scrimmage to deny that outside run.
And that was Alexander Hernistic on the rush again. And Ben Dinkle on the tackle. He's having quite a nice game so far. Quite a few tackles. And it'll be a big 3rd and 3 here for the Spartans. The Bearcats need another defensive stop. Walters being shotgun with Grady Greenwood to his left. And he's going to keep it for himself. He's going to try to get a corner. He will get the first down. He got 7, one more than he needed. But that will be another first down for the Spartan offense. And now they're at the 25 of Kearney. That defensive line of Kearney needs to get in there and just disrupt this offense because they are just in a flow right now where Kearney have not been able to stop them. First and 10 from the 25 here for the Lincoln East Spartans, number 8 ranked team in the state. Walters will be in shotgun with a back to his left and to his right. Sets Tavion Taylor to hit in motion. Read option, and it'll cap him in the backfield.
That's probably one of the best penetrations so far the Bearcats have had.
Brandon Goodyear on the rush, but he was stopped on the line by number 62, Rudy Stouffer, the big 6'6" senior. He is an all-stater on the Huskerland Preps preseason list.
Also, Rudy Stouffer has multiple scholarship offers right now, the biggest one coming from Wyoming, which is also by the ex-North Dakota State coach, Craig Bowl. As well, Craig Bowl was an assistant at the University of Nebraska. So Rudy holds an offer right now from the University of Wyoming, as well as some other schools. So great job, Rudy. Keep that up.
And we wish him the good luck through the rest of the season and more. And a stoppage of play right now. A couple substitutions. Number 52, Bo Schaefer coming in here for the Bearcats. He will line up a nose tackle. And Walters in shotgun once again. Takes the snap, look to his right, excuse me. Pump fakes, he's going to run. And the throw is completed to number 1. Davion Barr get the fumble. And
that looks like it's Bearcat ball.
Bearcat.
It is.
That's what the Bearcats need right there. That might get their blood flowing and maybe put some urgency into this offense. Zach King with the fumble recovery, and the Bearcats will look to try to cut down this 10-point deficit.
Absolutely. This is exactly what the Bearcats need right now. A big play, some momentum boost to get this offense going. And what the next desperately need, a first down. We've had 2 offensive drives, 6 plays. We need a good Bearcat drive right here. Get down and get some points on the board.
Wouldn't be surprised if Brandon Cole ordered a deep pass right here to just pump up this crowd and this team. Coster under center. He is going to pitch to Nate Berg. He's going to cut up field. He will get stopped. He has not gone down yet, but the forward progress was stopped. And he will get around 4 yards.
Getting Nebraska preps up here. Some scores of the day right now. Earlier today, Lincoln North Star defeated Lincoln Northeast 34-24. We'll get some other scores coming in.
Coster is under shotgun with Nate Berg behind him. Takes a snap, fake pitch, counter, and Berg will get a couple more, but it will be another 3rd down for the Bearcats. Tavion Randall with another tackle. He's having a great game so far for the Spartans.
Because we're hearing his name quite a bit out there.
3rd and 6 for the Bearcats. They need to get this right here. They got to take advantage of that turnover.
Absolutely. They need to get a drive going here. Look for Cannon to probably go up top here to maybe a fake play-action pass.
Cannon in shotgun with the Brannick to his right. Takes the snap, gonna look, pressured again. He's gonna run. He's got no one. He'll run, and it looks like it's gonna be close, but I think he was just short. Just good coverage there by the Spartans. No one to throw to downfield.
Yes, looks like there's going to be about 2 yards short. Another score is coming in from local here. Kearney Catholic's up 14-0 over Grand Island Central Catholic after the first quarter. So good luck to the Stars.
And they're going to be going for it on 4th down. Cannon Coster will be under center. Urbanik in the backfield up, and the dead play, and he went over. The Spartans bit on it, and the Bearcats will get their first down of the game with 5:24 left here in the 2nd quarter.
Now, Coster's done that hard count real well. That worked twice last week against Grand Island. Both times pulled him offsides, got 5 yards.
That was a great play call by head coach Brandon Kuhl. Again, in his 16th season. It's actually the 10-year anniversary of the 2006 state championship team. Cannon is under center once again. Marlette was set in motion. Urbanik in the backfield. Gives it to Urbanik. He's going to cut field, and he'll get around 5. And they are at the 45, their own 45. And be looking to cut this 10-0 deficit. 5:05 left here in the 2nd quarter. This game being completely dominated so far by the Spartans.
Yes, so far this has been the best drive the Bearcats have had. It's only their 3rd possession of the football. But we got about a 2nd and 5.
Takes that hands off their body. He's going to go up. And he will get around 3-4 more. He's going to be close to the 1st down marker.
So they're going to sign just a little short, about 3rd and a half a yard.
And right now you got to give credit to the Lincoln East defense. They were just stopping this offensive completely, including the All-State player Noah Urbanik, who struggled last week, but also being able to contain Nate Berg, who ran for 94 yards last week against Grand Island. Coster under shotgun. Yeah, under center, hands it off to number 30, Tanner Ellington. And it looks like he will rarely get the 1st down. He's going to be close.
At first, the first signal was 4th, but I think now they're going to stop it for a measurement. Bring in the chain gain. As do that, I'll bring out some scores right now. At the end of the first quarter, North Platte Bulldogs 7, Grand Island Islanders 3. North Platte just scored to go up there.
Of course, the Bearcats will visit North Platte next week. The Bulldogs breaking the top 10 Class A rankings this week at number 9, replacing Norfolk, who Lincoln East defeated last week. It'll be a first down, Bearcats.
That was much needed right there. So 4:14 remaining in the first half. The Bearcats keep this drive going. They're right at midfield. They're right back in this game. From 10-0, maybe go 10-7 or at least 10-3. The big important thing here is getting points on the board. They really need to do that.
They very much indeed need so. So, Bearcats will have it around the 49-yard line of the Spartans. The junior quarterback, Cannon Coster, will come under center. Marlette motion to the left side. Coster will take the snap, pitch to Urbanik to his left. He's going to cut inside, and he will get around 3. Joshua Makovica on the tackle. But I have to say, probably the leader of this defense for the Spartans is number 6, Noah Makovica, his brother, who was voted all-conference last year at 84 tackles, and he had a sack last week against Norfolk, so he's probably the leader of this defense. Coster, get a fake. He's going to go to his right. He's going to look. He's got a man. It's Brock Marlette down the sideline. One man to beat, and he will not, but he will get around the 10-yard line. That same play worked last week against Grand Island, which resulted in a touchdown. Marlette leads the team in reception yards and receiving touchdowns.
That was a great downfield block by Brant Barth. About sprung him in the end zone, but at least picked him up a lot more yards. That was a great first down for the Bearcats, and deep now into Spartan territory.
And they are on the 12. An absolutely great play there by the Bearcats. Cannon under center. Berg in the backfield. Hand off to Berg, and he will be stuffed to the line of scrimmage.
They read that very well. I think they're definitely Spartans are expecting that play from Berg.
Again, Berg ran for 94 yards last week against Grand Island. And now it will be, that was actually no gain at all for the Bearcats. Loss of 1, in fact, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Coster looking to the sideline for signs. Now direct them to Brent Barth down there on the right side of your screen. Takes a snap, hand off to Berg up the middle. He'll hold, but that was where Division I prospect Christian Walker was waiting for him. He has multiple Division I scholarships. Again, he stands at 6'6", 270 pounds. He's got interest from Division I schools like UCLA, Iowa State, and Kansas State. And he's also got scholarships from South Dakota State, Wyoming, and others. So he is a big impact player to watch throughout the rest of this game. 3rd and 7 for the Bearcats.
This is a big third down. Bearcats really need this first down or get in the end zone.
Pass. It's going to be a fade to Brant Barth. He will get it. Touchdown, but there's flags.
Flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if Barth pushed up. It's definitely pass interference. Don't know if they're going to call Barth or if they're going to call Lincoln East. Officials talking it over right now.
Big decision here by the rush. Who's it going to be on? Pass interference on the defense, and it will be a Kearney Bearcat touchdown.
Huge play by Barth. Bringing that down. That was a great catch over the shoulder.
And that was a perfectly placed pass by quarterback Cannon Coster. You couldn't place it any better than that.
Absolutely. Went straight to the corner there. Barth and their Lincoln East defender kind of both hand-checked each other. And that is 6 points for Kearney High School.
Leo Palomo will be on the kick. He is perfect for PATs this year, 3 for 3. Try to make it 4 for 4 right here. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. Bearcats cut into this lead, 10-7, highlighted by the 12-yard touchdown pass from Cannon Coster to Brant Barth. And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, the Bearcats will try to stop Lincoln East. Stick with us.
And Leo Plow is set to kick off. Leo is also a soccer player in the UNK, or not the UNK, the Kearney High School soccer team. He's a center back for the team. And Kearney High Soccer last year state qualifiers. Leo is a senior this year. Great kid.
And the kick, it's a little short of the returners. And the Spartans will look like they'll be tackled around the 31. Number 21, Mark Endicott with the return. Again, it was a little shallow kick of the Spartans back deep. And that's where Carson Walters and company will try and extend this 10-7 lead.
This is a big play, or big series here for the Bearcats. With 2:17 remaining in the second quarter, they really need to get out of the half with just down 10-7. This is a whole new ball game.
So,
And Bearcats will receive second half, correct?
yes.
The Bearcats will get the hands of the ball.
Walters option to his right, got lead blockers, and looks like he'll be tackled there after good chunk of yardage. Looks like around 6. And Trey Gruby, the senior, with the tackle. Trey Gruby, a returning starter for the Bearcats. One of 5 returning starters on the defense and one of 4 returners on the offensive side.
Yeah, Lincoln East does not seem in a big hurry right now. They huddled up.
Walters in shotgun along with Grady Greenwood. Snap, bad snap, but he got it anyway. Walters, he's going to look to go deep, and it's picked off!
Interception there by Bearcats.
Oh, got a block. It's Brant Barth. He's still in bounds. He will get out, but Brant Barth right now just doing absolutely everything to get the Bearcats in this ball game. Just not a very good pass there by Carson Walters right into the hands of Brant Barth.
Huge play by Brant Barth and the Bearcats right there. That brings us into Lincoln East Spartan territory. That's the first major mistake of the Spartans. The game bringing Bearcats right back into this game with 1:25 remaining. Oh, Barth has made 2 huge plays in the last 30 seconds of this game. First the touchdown, now the interception.
So they will take it at the 28. 1st and 10, and the Bearcats have a shot of either tying it or taking the lead right here. And this is big. If you can get a score going into the second half where you receive the beginning of the next half, that is just huge right there.
Now, after that first quarter and a half, to think they were down 10-7 with 1:25. Huge break for the Bearcats. See if they can capitalize on this.
Coster and shotgun with Berg in the backfield. Set motion is Gruby. Hand it off to Berg up the middle, and he will have absolutely nothing. The interior defensive line of Lincoln East just moving the offensive line of Kearney and getting great penetration to stop the running game right now.
Coach Cool not electing to take a timeout right here. Playing time, though, with 1:05 remaining.
You go no gain, and with a minute left, it will be 2nd and 10 from the 28. Berg still in there. Coster and shotgun. Berg to his right, Dinkel to his left. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks to his right. Still running, no one open. He's just going to run, and he will step out of bounds. A gain of about 3. And Grady Greenwood on at the tackle, but he pushed him out of bounds. And it looks like stoppage of play.
Official timeout on the field there. So is there a player down? That's what it looks like.
It looks
Trainers, I see Mr. Limbach, Greg Limbach, Kearney High School trainer. Looks like a Lincoln East player. Can't see the numbers there, but yeah, Mr. Greg Limbach, he is the Kearney High School head trainer. He's going over there looking at somebody. So it's official timeout on the field. 48 seconds left. Again, this is a huge moment here for the Bearcats. Right now the ball is at the 25. That's probably a little bit outside of Leo's range. But, again, he's got a big leg. He can hit it. Not a whole lot of wind here at Foster Field. So, if we, I wouldn't shock if they give Leo a chance to take a 40. But you were talking about a 42-yard field goal attempt right now.
I mean, why not go for the field goal? I mean, even if you do, you're not giving Lincoln East much time.
Right, 48 seconds left if they have to go 4th down. Lincoln East, they may take a timeout here after this play if they can hold Kearney.
And that on the player down, that was number 40, Grady Greenwood. He is the starting fullback for the Spartans. And a starting defensive lineman as well. They would not like to lose him if possible. He's a very great player. Looks like he is a...
And he's moving off the field really easily right now, so Mike just got a bell rung. His helmet came off. He was walking off pretty easily, so I would probably expect to see him back in.
He starts at defensive end on defense and fullback on the offense.
Yeah, and that defensive line right now has been completely controlling this game. Here we go. This is a big play right here.
3rd and 6. Coster in shotgun. Looks like Urbanek to his right and Dinkle to his left. Takes it. Good look to his left. Another fade route. He's got a man. Oh, and it went in and out of his hands. That was, looks like.
I think it's number 1, Barth again.
Look for Barth. He's been doing almost everything right now for the Bearcats. Couldn't come up with that one there. It was a good pass by Coster, though.
Yeah, it looked like right on the money. The gentleman, the Lincoln East defender, might have just had his hands up just to deflect it or just, you know.
And it looks like they'll be going for it here, 4th and 6.
They are. They're lined up. Leo's not out there, so Cannon goes up 4th and 6. A huge play right here for the Bearcats with 42 seconds remaining.
Excuse me. Not a dead play situation. It's 4th and 6. Coster looks to the sidelines. Urbanek in the backfield with Dinkle right behind him, and now it looks like it'll be timeout by Coach Cool. And again, you are watching live here on Strive TV. We're going to call our channel BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home for Kearney High Athletics. Kearney High is facing a 4th and 6 from the 24, trying to cut into this lead as they still trail 10-7 to Lincoln East. We'll be back. Stick with us. And we are back here on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network. The Bearcats now facing a 4th and 6 from the Lincoln East 24.
Now Leo has come out on the field. They're going to try a 40. Now there's about a 41-yard field goal. Paloma is out on the field.
He had a 27-yarder last week against Grand Island, so a little longer this time. Snap is good, hold is good. The kick, it is good. And this game is tied at 10.
Great hit by Leo Paloma.
It was trying to hit the left post, but it didn't, and the Bearcats have tied this game up at 10. Just a great field goal by kicker Leo Paloma, his 2nd field goal of the season. He is now perfect 2 for 2.
Yeah, Leo did a nice job there. He's really taken over. This is his first year taking kicking duties over for the Bearcats. Last few years with Tragan Gowan, who is now at UNK, was the kicker. So Leo's come stepped in. He is a soccer player. Now, of course, always those soccer players are always nice to have. They can hit that ball. But Leo's done a really, really nice job. I said he's 2 for 2 in field goals attempts. That was a nice one, 41-yard attempt. A little bit of wind, but it's probably more of a crosswind if there's really anything out there. But with 37 seconds, that was a huge break and play for the Bearcats, being tied up now 10-10. And again, would we have thought this game be 10-10 with 37 seconds left after that first quarter and a half, which was completely dominated by Lincoln East?
Now Paloma will line up the kickoff. Again, that drive was put together because of a Brant Barth interception. The Lincoln East Spartans have had trouble keeping hold of the ball in their hands. Already have two turnovers on the night, making 6 on the season. They had 4 last week. Now Spartans will take it out, and he will get hit at around the 24. That was around the 25, it looks like. That was great coverage by the kickoff team by the Bearcats.
That was a nice job. Now, who knows what Lincoln East going to do with 32 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts left. I actually kind of expect them to probably about run the ball, regroup, come to half, and start the game all over again, try to get that powerful offense running that we saw in the first quarter and a half going in the second half. Remember, the Bearcats do receive the kickoff on the second half.
Yeah, they've had trouble in the passing game so far tonight. So I think they just keep it, as Robert Goff said, they're just going to keep it here on the ground, I would think. The Walters is a shotgun. This is handed off. He's going to keep himself, excuse me, and he will get stuffed. He'll gain about a couple by, looks like, tackle by Lee Harrington.
Yeah, it looks like they're in no hurry whatsoever. No one's taking timeout, so I bet that will end the first half play. We'll see here about 14 seconds left. I see Lincoln East players starting to move over towards the sideline or towards the locker rooms.
Yep, and that looks like what we're going to do. Of course, Lincoln East being coached by head coach John Gingery, entering his 20th season as the Spartans head coach. He was a 1980 graduate of UNL. Now, as we head to the half, let's give you a little recap what happened last season, a little background information, since we got started a little late here. Last season, Lincoln East went 4-5, missed the playoffs, but they returned 8 starters, so they are an experienced team, and they're giving Kearney a run for their money right now. And for the Bearcats, they went 5-4 in the regular season, went to the playoffs, but lost to the defending state champions Millard North in the first round. Last season marked the 11th time in 12 seasons they have made the playoffs. Now, it is tied here, 10-10 between Kearney and Lincoln East. Kearney being ranked number 5 in the state, while Lincoln East is number 8. Now, we'll give you a little recap right here. To start the game, Lincoln East drove down 68 yards for a touchdown to get a 7-0 lead. Then on their second possession of the game, they drove down, third possession of the game, they drove down, got a field goal to make it 10-0 in the second quarter. Then the Bearcats off a turnover, a fumble, a fumble recovery. They drove down, got a touchdown capped by a 12-yard touchdown pass from Cannon Coster to Brant Barth. Then the very next possession for Lincoln East, Brant Barth had an interception, returned it to around the 28-yard line. That's where Leo Palomo hit a 41-yarder to tie this game up at 10. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll give you as much stats as we can from the first half and let you enjoy the performance of our great Kearney High Marching Band. So stick with us here on BSN.
what we have right now in front of us right here is the 2016 Kearney High School Hall of Fame Athletics Ceremony. Gentleman up here front right now is Ross Armstrong. I had the pleasure of working with Ross for a year here at Kearney High School. He was a coach from 1975 to 2006. He was actually very instrumental in helping create the women's program, the women's basketball program here at Kearney High School. He was coaching football, basketball, track and field. His girls' teams were state champion in 1982. They were state runner-ups in 1989 in girls' basketball. He was also the head girls' track coach, and they were state championships in 1995 and 1996, and they were state runners-up in 2000. His 1982 girls' basketball team was undefeated, and he had 2 undefeated track teams in 1995 and 1996. He was the Nebraska Coaches Association Track Coach of the Year and the Nebraska Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 1982. He's a basketball team and coaches. Ross is also known at Kearney. He was Armstrong detasseling. And out there giving the Ross the award is the longtime Kearney High School athletic director, Denny Long, who just retired, or isn't just retired. Denny Long retired about 10 years ago. Next individual step forward there is Derek Dial. Derek graduated Kearney High School from the class of 2003. He was an all-state football player, as well as a state champion in track and field in the discus. He was a Shrine Bowl participant. He went on to run track and field at Doane College at that time, where he was a 4-time NAIA track and field All-American in the 35-pound weight throw and the shot put. And in 2005, he was the NAIA Indoor National Shot Put champion. That's Derek Dial. Again, he is a class of 2003 in football and track and field. And what we have here again, this is the 2016 Kearney High School Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And some other scores of note here. Grand Island has come back, and they just scored touchdowns. So Grand Island now is leading North Platte 20-7 with 1:14 remaining half. So that's a big turnaround. The earlier North Platte score went up 7-3. So Grand Island is now starting to take control of that game. Other local scores note, Hastings High School is ahead of Schuyler 40-3. Hastings High School is having a good game there. And the next person coming up here, this is Amy Fickner-Jorgensen. She's a class of 1996. She participated in cross country and track and field. She excelled there. She was a state champion 3,200-meter run. She was also the state champion in the 1,600 meters, and she was a member of the 3,200-meter relay state championship team. She also was a state runner-up in the 800 meters, the 1,600, the 1-mile relay, and the 3,200-meter relay. She, at that time, she still holds the track and field school record in the 1,600 and in the 3,200. And with all the athletes going through Kearney High School, still holding that track and field record after 20 years is quite the accomplishment. The 3,200-meter relay also has the track and field school record, and at that time, the 3,200-meter relay team had the Nebraska all-time state record, which was just recently broken. She was the Kearney Hub Co-Track Athlete of the Year in 1995 and the Kearney Hub Track Athlete of the Year in 1996. Upon graduation at Kearney High School, she went to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where she competed in cross country and track and field for 4 years. And she was a cross country NCAA national qualifier for the Big 12 and also a track meet finalist for nationals. She was also a 4-year academic all Big 12 member. That is Amy Fickner-Jorgensen, class of 1996 at Kearney High School.
Just a reminder here that you are watching live here on Strive TV on the Kearney Bearcat channel. We're going to call this channel BSN, as in Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics.
And other scores of note here got in the prep zone top 10. Right now, number 1 ranked Omaha North is leading Omaha Central 14-0. That is at the half. Number 2, Bellevue West is up big, 31-0 over Bellevue East. That is in the second quarter. Okay, we're back here to the Hall of Fame ceremony. Up there is Kendi Coster. She is also a class member of 1996. She participated in volleyball, basketball, and track and field. She was a state champion in the 3,200-meter relay team with Fickner. She was also a state champion in the 800-meter run. She was a state runner-up in the 800, the 1,600-meter relay, and the 3,200-meter relay earlier in her career. She held the track and field school record in the 800-meter run. Also, she has the Kearney High School track field school record in the 3,200-meter run. And also, she was on that all-time state record 3,200-meter relay team that was just recently beaten. During her time at Kearney High School, she earned 10 Kearney High School varsity letters. She was the Kearney High Hub Athlete of the Year in 1996 and the Kearney Hub Co-Track Athlete of the Year in 1995. That is Kendi Coster, class of 1996. Back to the scores. We have a good one there at number 3. Number 3 ranked Millard North against number 4 Millard West. Again, Millard North coming off that big loss last week to Omaha North. It is 17-14 in the second quarter between Millard North and Millard West. You know there's no love lost between those two schools right there. That would be a great game. Number 5 in the state is Class B's Elkhorn South. They are going, that's a final. Sorry, I just went final. They beat Omaha Skutt 33-24. And again, number 6, Kearney High School against number 9, Lincoln East. We are all tied 10-10 here at Foster Field at UNK in Kearney. Number 7, Omaha Burke is against number 8, Omaha Creighton Prep, another big top 10 matchup. Right now, Omaha Burke is up 17-10 in the second quarter. And then Lincoln East scored number 9 and number 10 at Lincoln Southeast is going against Lincoln Southwest. Good battle of two good Lincoln schools there. Currently in the first quarter play is 0-0. Now back to our last inductee Hall of Fame. We have Rob Lewis. He's a class of 2003, participated in football, basketball, and track and field. He was an all-state football player. He was a 2-time state runner-up in track and field in the discus. Rob was also a Shrine Bowl participant. He was the Kearney Hub Region Athlete of the Year, and he was also a 10-time Kearney High School letter winner. Upon his graduation in Kearney High School, he went to the University of Nebraska, Omaha, participated in football. He was a 3-year starter there. He was All-North Central Conference first team and All-North Central Conference MVP in defense. That was Rob Lewis, class of 2003. Again, this is Bearcat Sports Network. This is the Kearney High School Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony. We do this once a year.
Following his high school athletic career, Rob attended the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
And we are back here live on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. I am your host, Jeff Ekstrom, along with my co-partner, Robert Goff. And we are in a good one tonight. We are covering the Kearney Bearcats and the Lincoln East Spartans, who are tied at 10 apiece at halftime. Now, we're going to give you a little recap of the events that occurred in the first half. Now, the Spartans received to start off the game, and they drove 68 yards to go up 7-0 over the Bearcats. Then a couple of drives later, they stuffed the Bearcats, and then they answered with a 47-yard field goal by kicker number 10, Brennan French. And then that's when the Bearcats started to come back.
Right. The first big play was the interception.
Brant Barth with the interception. He's done everything so far here for the Bearcats.
Sorry, I had that wrong. That was the second possession we had there. The first one was a nice drive. We had Brant Barth in the touchdown.
And then we had Brant Barth picked off Carson Walters and returned it to the 28-yard line, where Leo Palomo hit a 41-yard field goal to send the Bearcats tied with the Lincoln East Spartans going into the second half. And the Bearcats will receive in the second half of play. Now, let's get some background information here between the Spartans and the Bearcats. Now, we go back to 2000. Since 2003, the Bearcats are 5-2 all time. They have outscored the Spartans 147-85 in those matches. They played a year ago in 2015, where the Bearcats came out on top 25-13. And they have gone 5-2 all time. A little background on each school as well. Kearney has won Class A football state championship coming in 2006. This is actually the 10-year anniversary of that 2006 team. And Lincoln East has won 2 Class A football championships in 1975 and 1979. Now, both teams are 1-0 coming into the night. The Bearcats are seeking their first 2-0 start since 2012, when they went 8-1 that season. And you got Lincoln East, who is seeking their first 2-0 start in 10 years. They have not started 2-0 in a season since 2006, so they haven't had the best luck winning football games at the beginning of the year. Now, as the teams come out to kind of stretch before the second half begins, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the start of the second half. Stick with us here on BSN. And we are back live here on BSN, your online streaming home for Kearney High Athletics. We are about to kick off the second half for Kearney and Lincoln East are tied at 10. John Brady will kick off for the Spartans. And back for the Bearcats will be seniors Trey Gribby and Noah Urbanik.
And for the scores kickoff here, a couple big games here. And again, the biggest one out there, Millard West is leading Millard North is leading Millard West at the half 20-14 as we get started here for the second half of Kearney High School.
And we are underway here in the second half of play. It'll be Noah Urbanik. He'll take it around the 1. He will go to the right side, got a block, and he will be stopped at around the 31. Looks like he was stopped there by Logan Bergermeyer. And number 18, Bojan Dakic. And Cannon Costa will lead the offensive side for the Bearcats, who have came back from a 10-0 hole, found Brant Barth in the corner of the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown pass to cut it down to 10-7. Of course, Leo Palomo tied it up with a 41-yard field goal with under a minute left in the second quarter. Now, Cannon in shotgun with, looks like Urbanik to his left, sends Gruby in motion. Takes the snap, little option, pitch it to Urbanik. He's getting cut off field, he got a good block, and Urbanik will get around 8 or 9. That was a good block on the outside. It looked like it might have been Trey Clevenger.
Right, Clevenger had a nice seal block there on the outside here. Got Urbanik out there definitely a few more yards.
Now, the Bearcats weren't able to really run it inside, so not surprised that they're going to try go on the outside on the ends. Well, they're going to go up the middle here, and Nate Berg, yeah, he'll be stuffed for maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, if he got anything there, not much will be bring up third and short here. Berg just has not got uncorked like last week. Last week, Grand Island, he was hitting the holes very well. Had a great game against GI. He's not come undone, so maybe he'll have a great second half.
Now, Koster looks like he'll go under center with Dinkel and Berg behind him. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 2. He's going to step back pass, look to his right, throws, and is intercepted by number 10, Alexander Nisik, and he will return to the 28 of Kearney. But there is a flag on the field around where the interception happened, so we will see what.
Penalty flag there.
Looks like it will be on Lincoln East.
Coach, it is against Lincoln East. Coach Gould signal there. He is real fast.
Look, will be pass interference, probably on Alexander Nisik, who had the interception.
Huge break for Kearney High School. That is a 15-yard penalty, first down.
So a call that goes for Kearney High, and the referee will spot it. Still discussing where to spot it here. Looks like he'll drop it off. A little confusion. He'll go upfield, way upfield. So now they'll be in Lincoln East territory. Huge penalty there for the Spartans.
Big break for Kearney High School. That was a big break. You know, Lincoln East was looking to having the ball deep in Kearney High School territory. Now that pass interference, first down, Bearcats into Lincoln East territory.
That's only their second penalty of the game. Well, another official time here. Oh, a little something on the field. That's Lincoln East's second penalty. Unofficial, 2 penalties for 20 yards, the other being an infraction penalty on a dead play. And unofficially, we have no penalty so far for the Bearcats. They didn't have many last week, so very disciplined team for the Bearcats here. Looks as though he's going to throw deep. He's got a man, but he threw it on the wrong shoulder. It looked like it was number
15.
It was number 15.
Noah Arredondo.
He was the intended receiver, just threw it to the wrong shoulder. Maybe a little communication on the route there for Arredondo. And so it will be 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats. Coster under center with Dinkel and Berg behind him. Takes the snap, can't hit off to Berg. He'll go inside, hits the outside, and he's got a good corner. That'll give you a good chunky yardage. Looks like he could be around 5 or 6.
Pushed into bounds there, being 3rd and 5. It's probably Berg's biggest run of the night. Again, he had a great game last week at 91 yards against Grand Island. And he's a little more speed, hits the hole a little faster than Urbanek. Urbanek's a little bit stronger.
Coster, you fake it. He's going to go. You got man. He's going to pass. Little shuffle pass. It's Ben Dinkle. He's going to go upfield. Still going, and he will be shoved out of bounds. A absolutely great play right there by the senior Ben Dinkle.
Yeah, huge pressure coming up on the backside from Kenan Coster. He felled it. He got the ball out to Dinkle for a first down for the Bearcats. Driving out deep into Lincoln East territory, Spartan territory. And how big was that pass interference call against Lincoln East?
That was number 5, Joshua Makovica on the pressure. Looks like Cannon got it right off before Joshua was there. Now under center. Pitch it to the left for Urbanek. Try to get the corner. He didn't get much. He got around 3, maybe 2. And again, Joshua Makovica was there for the tackle.
He's having a big game. Makovic calling his name quite a bit here. Bearcats need to try to find how to contain him. But Kearney High School is now starting to get some yardage on offense.
They are on the 24-yard line, Lincoln East. Coster will be in shotgun. Sets Gruby in motion. Take the snap, get a hand, read option. Coster can take himself, try to get the right corner. He does. Stiffs arm a man, but they'll drag him down. About 3 Spartans were on top of him when he went down. Main guy being Sabian Taylor on the tackle.
He must have stayed inbounds. Brings up 3rd down.
Looks like about 7 for the Bearcats. They're in field goal position for kicker Leo Palomo, who hit a 41-yarder right before half. In shotgun, Bannock to his left. Looks right. He's going to throw to the corner. Barth, it'll just be a little overthrown. Looking for Brant Barth again. Again, Brant Barth already has a touchdown reception tonight, almost exactly where he was running that play.
And on comes Leo Paloma. This is pretty much about the same spot that Leo hit this first field goal at. They're lining it up. Going to spot the ball at the 30-yard line, so it'll be a 40-yard attempt for Leo.
Hit a 41-yarder before half, so this is definitely in his field goal range.
Absolutely.
But he is off to the right a little, so we'll see what he can do right here for the Bearcats as they try to take the lead.
This will be big to put points on the board at the start of half.
Snap is a little low, but it's off, and Palomo got it.
That's good.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're waving him off. I thought that was in too.
That looked into me, but it looks like it was wide right. Had plenty of leg, just a little to the right. And the Bearcats come up empty here to start the second half. Now Carson, Walters, and company will start at their own 23 with this game tied at 10. Again, Kearney, according to the Omaha World Herald, is rated number 5, while Lincoln East is rated number 8. Louis Walters in shotgun again. He's going to read option, hand it off to his running back. He's going to try to get the corner, but he's going to get a couple. Wrapped up there. Looked like by number 2, Zach King.
Yeah, we have called Zach's name quite a bit this year. Today he's having a good game on defense. Again, Zach is looking at some colleges, and I talked to his dad, looking at Liberty University, as I mentioned in the first half. Wish Zach all the best. He's putting in the work in the weight room this year, as well as on the field. He's having a great first couple of games for the Bearcats.
2nd and 7 now with Walters in shotgun again. Handed off, trying to get the corner, but Percy's going to be there. What a great tackle right there. Looked like it was
number 30.
Number 30. That man, Tanner Ellington, one of the big 3 for the running back position for the Bearcats. Of course, it's him, Noah Bannock, and Nate Berg. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Spartans. They might try to pass here, but they have had trouble with the passing game so far against the Bearcats. Brant Barth with already an interception earlier in the first half.
Bearcats pleading for the crowd to get into it. The Rowdies are getting a little big out there.
They're going to do run to the right. He's going to look. That was tipped, and he still caught it, but that will be short. Looks like that was number 1, Donovan Bargan. It was tipped a little after the line of scrimmage, but they are going to be short by a couple yards, and that will force John Brady to come on and try to kick it away for the Spartans.
And we're going to 4th down. Yeah, he's very lucky he caught that. I think it's tipped once, might even tipped twice there, but it's a good catch here. for the Spartans. We're bringing up a 4th down. Huge stop for the Bearcats. Again, they had that big break of that pass interference. Got no yards out of it, but that's a big stop for the Bearcat defense as we start the second half.
Back deep is Trey Kirby. Ooh, and that was not a very good punt. Hits. They're not going to touch it, let it go back. A pretty decent bounce for him here, as it will be stopped around the 34-yard line, and that's where the Bearcats will take over. So the defense starting strong for both teams here in the second half. Of course, Kearney missing a 40-yard field goal to begin the second half, but the defense making up for it with a 3-and-out, forcing a 3-and-out for the Spartans.
Let's see if the Bearcats can get something going again on offense. Coster is trying to mix up the rush and the pass a little bit more.
Coster will be in shotgun. It looks like Nate Berg will be to his right. Sends Cody Smith, a senior, in motion. Pitch. They liked that play last week against GI, but that didn't work too well here. Only got a gain of 1.
And Lincoln East has been all over those outside sweeps right now. Those pitch plays there. We really have not caught the corner for a big run yet.
They're going to go no huddle. 7 minutes left. We are halfway. Just a little less than halfway through this third quarter. Coster under center. He's going to hand off. Look like
it's 32.
Little
that
trap.
Dinkle.
Little trap. And right there was number 70, Kavion Randall, calling his name again. So he's just having a terrific night up there on the defensive line.
And right now, Lincoln East is controlling the line of scrimmage right now, the defensive line of scrimmage, which is, again, absent what we saw last week. Last week, the Bearcats very much dominant over Grand Island at the line of scrimmage. Tonight, Lincoln East just is having their way right now. We're getting nothing up the gut.
Coach Cool telling his quarterback some code names here for the plays. Coster's going to send a man in motion. Looks like Cody Smith once again. Coster will take the snap. Look to his left. It's going to be Nate Berg. He's going to dump it off. There's a man out there. And, yeah, great tackle. That was a great open field tackle by Lincoln East right there, and that was no gain at all.
A nice read by the Spartans there to close Berg down there. We tried to dump it off of Berg, give him the outside, give him some kind of running room, and just wasn't there. Good stop for the Lincoln East Spartans as a 3-and-out for the Bearcats. And, again, right now we're seeing pretty much a defensive show right now for the two teams.
Ben Dinkle will be back, or will be punting it off for the Bearcats. Back for the Spartans, Alexander Hernacek. He's going to kick a little short of the guys back deep. It's going to be pretty decent field position for the Spartans. They'll start at their own 46 as Carson Walters will look and try to take the lead with this possession right here.
With 5:26 remaining, this is Bearcat Sports Network. That again announced Jeff Ekstrom, and I'm Robert Goff. On this beautiful night here at Foster Field at UNK. You pretty much can't get a better night for football in this right now. A little bit of breeze, great night. Beautiful September evening under the lights here at Foster Field.
And now Walters will be in shotgun. Looks like a little bunch formation to his right. Not many teams run that. Looks like a little reverse, and it's going to catch the outside, and he will get about, looks like 5. And it looks like Nate Berg there with the tackle. Haven't heard his name much on the defensive side of the ball. But he gets in there for a tackle for the Bearcats. Now Lincoln East will run a couple of bunch formations, something that is not very popular here in the state of Nebraska. The only other team they run it again is North Bida runs it. And it looks like a little holding in that will. That's Rudy Stouffer was the man who got in the backfield, but he was held. And that will be a 10-yard penalty for the Spartans. Again, the All-Stater.
Yeah, but definitely bringing that one back.
An obvious holding call.
Yeah, Rudy coming in their backfield real quick in there. The Lincoln East guy pretty much had nothing to do but decide holding or going to get tackled for a loss there. Again, that's a penalty on Lincoln East. Back them up 10 yards. Continue second down.
So, looks like it will be 2nd and 15 for the Spartans. Off the holding call. Right now, the defensive line for the Bearcats got to get some penetration if they have a chance of stopping this running game, which has been especially well going for the Spartans. In shotgun, he's going to look to his right is Walters. He's going to run and set. He fumbled the ball, but Walters will recover. Walters have had trouble with the ball to start the season. He fumbled the ball 5 times last week against Norfolk. He lost 3 of them and recovered 2 of them. They had a total 4 turnovers last week, including an interception and 3 fumbles lost. And of course, they have 2 turnovers here tonight, a fumble and an interception. So they've had trouble with ball security. Now, Walters.
Big third down here, about 3rd and 19.
And shotgun, yeah, big, long. He's going to go to pass. And is he going to run it? Yeah, he will, but there's a couple. And he's going to be stopped there. He'll be well short. I don't even know if he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was great secondary defense by the Bearcats, holding him in, and that just allowed the linebackers and defensive line to track Walters down. Good pass coverage, but not letting anything deep.
Ben Dinkle was on the tackle. And it'll be John Brady up to punt again. So the defense is very, very strong here with only 3:30 left in the third quarter. Because up, they're going to get pressure, and it barely got it off. Looked like it was nice pressure. Gruby's going to get it. He botched it a little, get it back around the 15, and he will burr ahead, and he will get. And the Bearcats look to set up shop at around the 22. And the tackle was made by number 35, Barrett Sellon, by the Spartans.
Yeah, both teams there had a little bit of hiccup on that one. A high snap for Lincoln East, and Gruby had a little fumble there, but picked it real up and got the best he could there. Again, big drive here. We have with 3:15 remaining. This kind of set the tone. Right now, defenses are kind of settling in here. Both teams are kind of figuring each other out. Coaches have made changes, made adjustments. Maybe the Bearcats could do would be ahead of a 78-yard drive here for a score. That'd be real huge.
Now Coster under center with, looks like Berg in the background. He's going to fake. Handoff, he's going to go out to his right. He's just going to dump it off for Ben Dinkle, the fullback. He'll get around 6.
That's a nice read by Coster. Everything was covered downfield, and he just dumped it off there. Got 6 yards at Dinkle.
Now Kent Coster, a new starter for the Bearcats. First ever varsity game was last week against the Islanders. He did show some great maturity last week, not forcing any bad passes when he had a choice to. So he's showing great maturity here.
Yeah, great poise by Costa there. Same thing, that play right there. Everything was covered downfield. Just dump it off. Got the 6 yards.
A little blitz there by Lincoln East, and Tanner Ellington will only get about 1. So it will be another third down. Looks like about 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats. Another tackle by Joshua Makovica. Probably having the best night of anyone between him and Kavion Randall so far for the Spartan defense, who has been very, very good tonight.
And right now, Spartan defense, they're just collapsing everything in the middle. There's nothing going for the Bearcats between the tackles tonight so far.
Coster and shotgun. Greenberg blitz on the outside. That's Joshua Makovica. Jumps off for Gruby. He's going to drive forward. Ooh, he got hit in the back a little.
He might drive forward, though. It's going to be close. They're stop and play, so it looks like it's going to be a Bearcat first down.
Looks like they gave him a good spot, but are they going to check?
They're looking at it here.
Yep, they're going to check it.
Yeah, we're going to bring in the chain gang.
Looks like a pretty good spot from here. It looks like Kearney. We'll see if they get the first down. They might be a little short. Yep, just a little short. It'll be 4th and inches. Tough situation right here, but it's a tie game. Your defense is doing well. You're back at your own 32, and they're going to send the punting unit out. Good decision there by head coach Brendan Cool.
I think so. Right now with the defense, you just do not want to give this Lincoln East team any good field position at 32. Right now, nothing is working right now up the middle. With 1:58 remaining in the third quarter, I think is a good choice by Coach Cool.
Van Dinkle, of course, back to punt it off away for the Bearcats. He'll get up in the air, and it'll be make sure not to hit him that time. And Spartans will take over around their 38-yard line. That was Alexander Hanisic with back there, and it'll take over around the 38-yard line. Where so far in this third quarter, it's been defensive dominance for both teams. Well, earlier, this game is tied at 10 in the first half. The first quarter and a half, it was completely dominated by Lincoln East, taking the lead 10-0, but then Bearcats late in the second quarter scored 10 straight points to tie this game at 10, and it's been defenses all since. Now Walters can go up the middle. He'll get a couple, but not much. Looks like about 2. So good stop there for the Bearcats. Tanner Ellenson with another tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Spartans, who have almost completely ran the entire game. Have not passed much, and when they have passed, it's not been very successful. Walters already thrown an interception tonight. In shotgun again. Handed, oh no, he'll take himself, and in the backfield there, looked like it was number 62, the All-Stater, Rudy Stouffer. If they are going to be successful, they're going to have their All-Stater get involved, and he was right there. This great penetration by Rudy, and he read it perfectly, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Spartans. It'll be 3rd and 10 to be exact, with 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Sorry, little time issues there. Sorry about that. Yeah, with the computer issues here. So sorry, there is 37 seconds left.
Big 3rd down, Walters in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw to his right, a rollout, and it looks like they're going to try to run. Ellenson is, taken from behind by Ben Dinkle. Great play.
Great defense play by the Bearcats.
Ben having a great game. We've heard his name a lot. Of course, he is starting at that middle linebacker position. He's been very effective so far, and the defense with another stop. And it looks like that will be the final play of the third quarter, and it will.
Yeah, we'll end it here.
We're headed to the fourth quarter. Well, it's going to come down to the wire. Kearney and Lincoln East tied at 10. And, of course, you're listening live here on BSN Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home for Kearney High Athletics. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Stick with us here on BSN. And we're back here live here at Ron Carricope Stadium in Kearney, Nebraska here on BSN. And John Brady will kick off to start the fourth quarter. Trey Gruby back deep. He's going to try to turn up field, but he won't get anywhere.
No, good kick coverage here by the Spartans as we start the fourth quarter play.
And it looks like they'll start around the 30-yard line as Cannon Coster and company will try and lead this offense and get some points on the board. No points scored in the third quarter. So in total for the Bearcats defense this year, they have pitched three straight quarters in the second half. They have all pitched a shutout. So 3 straight quarters in the second half, 0 points scored by the opposition. So great defense in the second half by the Bearcats once again. So Cott's going to be under center. Looks like Nate Berg is going to hand it off up the middle and nothing there. Looks like number 4, Curry Zolman there on the stop. Just nothing all game for the Bearcats up the middle. Complete dominance by the interior linemen of Lincoln East. It looks like they're going to go no huddle once again. Of course, we are starting the fourth quarter. Game tied at 10. Got 11 and a half minutes left here in this football game. Coster in shotgun. And he's going to fake the handoff, roll to his left. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It looks like Benticle ball got popped out. And it's down the sideline. It looks like it will go out of bounds.
Like it's a big break by the Bearcats. 2 Spartans were after it, but went out of bounds. I think with the good thing is the ball do it to go out of bounds. The bad thing is I do think we lost a few yards on that one there on the fumble.
Be 3rd and 10. It looks like the helmet of the Lincoln East defender was perfectly placed where Dinkle had the ball in his hands. So just a good tackling for him that forced the fumble there.
Yeah, it's all
for the Spartans.
Ball popped right out. Good play by the Lincoln East defender. At the end of the first quarter there, Lincoln Southeast 21, Lincoln Southwest 7. In a battle of 2 big, usually perennial Lincoln powers.
Coster's going to be shotgun. He's going to look. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man. It's open. Oh, he got it! He will be dragged down at the 24 in a huge play for the Bearcats.
Number 7, Brett Obermiller. We have not called his name. A huge play for Brett Obermiller to get on the stat sheet for the night. Great pass by great pass by Coster.
Coster's passing to his fellow junior there on that play. Huge pass, and the Bearcats are in business.
Yeah, we're now 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the Lincoln East 24-yard line. Big 3rd and 10 completion from Coster to Obermiller.
Coster in shotgun. Looks like Nate Berg to his left. He is going to keep it himself, fake the handoff, and he will get around 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Spartans' 22-yard line. They've had success so far passing, but just not much just rushing the ball, which is usually their staple here at Kearney High. But you got to adapt to situations to win. And here's Coster, drop back to pass. He's going to do another fade. He's got one in the corner. He got, is it a touchdown?
It looks like
interception.
But there's a penalty flag on the play. Interception, Lincoln East, but penalty flag on the play.
We'll see here. It might be another defensive pass interference call.
And again, Kearney High benefited from one of these defensive pass interferences in the first half. Lincoln East is celebrating.
And it looks like it's going to be a Lincoln East interception.
So Lincoln East will decline that penalty. And it'll be,
push off.
Offensive pass interference, and Lincoln East will take over on the 20.
And so it will result in an interception for Lincoln East. It was an offensive pass interference call. And we still have no points here in the second half with 10 minutes remaining in the football game. We are tied at 10. And the Spartans will start at their own 20.
And that's actually the first miscue Coster's had in this season so far. He's been good, as we noticed, and he really has not made very many mistakes. He just kind of threw that up there.
Walters on the read option is going to get, he's going to take it himself, and he's going to tackle only for about a gain of 2.
Bearcat defense is really starting to stiffening on Walters. First half, he ran just pretty much at will against the Bearcat defense. Much, much better job by the big guys up front containing him.
Kearney making some great adjustments in the locker room to come out here in the second half. They've tended to do that over the years, just some great adjustments to win the football games. And that explains making the playoffs 11 times in the last 12 seasons. Walters in shotgun. Greenwood to his left, but Walters keeping it for himself again, and he'll only get 2.
Great read by the Bearcats. A little misdirection there by the Spartans. The Bearcats were at none of it. Another score here in the second quarter. Kearney Catholic 28, Grand Island Central Catholic 7. So Stars are up big there.
Another big third down for the Spartans. 3rd and 8. We got the bell tolling here in Ron and Carroll Cope Stadium. Of course, Kearney High having one of the most infamous rowdy sections in the state. It's sure a great home field advantage as they are cheering over there in the corner.
Penalty flag on the field.
And illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution. That's 5 yards.
Another penalty for the Spartans, and now it'll be even 3rd and even longer. Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 13 now.
Lincoln East try to play with 12 men on the football field. They had 12 guys lined up there. Can't do that. So that's going to cost them 5.
They'll catch you for that one.
Yep.
And now it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Spartans. It'll be a long 3rd down right here. Almost a definite passing play coming up, but you can't be too careful.
And score note there, the big game out of the Millard North 20, Millard West 14, the end of 3.
Big game over there in Omaha. Walters going to go to his left.
Rudy
Still
there
looking.
chasing him.
Throw. He looks like it's incomplete, and it will.
Yes.
Good coverage there by the Bearcats secondary. It'll be 4th down for the Spartans. Another great defensive stop by the Bearcat defense.
Pressure there by Rudy Stouffer, I think, hurried that pass a little bit. He just had to rifle that in. Great defense of the Bearcats. Brings up another 4th down, so Bearcats get their hands back on the ball.
John Brady out there for another punt. It'll be Trey Gruby back for the Bearcats. Bearcats got some pressure on the last few punts. Ooh, and they did there. But they'll bounce around the 42. Gruby will get it. He will cut back, and he'll get back around the 42.
There's not much there for Gruby. That ball kind of checked up on him. That allowed Spartans to get on it.
But they will be in Lincoln East territory for their next possession. And hoping to lead this offense to some points.
Yeah, right now. 4th quarter, 8:10 remaining. Defense, John checked in. This could be big right here. Bearcat ball at the 46-yard line. We get anything going and you punch it in for 6 right now. You really got to like the Bearcats if they can put this ball away. Get in for 6. Get in for 6.
Looks like Berg might be in there in the backfield with Coster under center. Hands it off, and he'll get a few. Looks like only a couple. Tanner Ellenson, excuse me.
Well, yards are just hard to come by up the middle. Both teams are just stiffening on defense. Not much going on. The only really big play this whole second half was that pass play to, was that Ellingson?
Right, Obermiller.
Obermiller was the only pass play. Really, any yards for both teams.
Ellenson still in there at running back. Marlette. In motion to the right. And Costner under center. He's going to do a fake pitch, but hand it off to Ellingson on the opposite side. And he will only get a couple. Looks like 2. Just nothing going in the interior right now for either team.
I'm really surprised there we did not go run outside because just, again, nothing's rooming up. Coach Cool has been very successful his years here, so not going to second guess him. He's probably trying to set something up. You know, football is like a chess match. Set something up, bring it inside, and hopefully bounce something outside or a pass play.
I had a chance to interview him this week, and he told me that they are going to run the ball until they stop, in which they have this week, and they're going to run the ball and then open up the passing game, and they've been successful so far this game. They're going to set Brant Barth in motion. Coster drops back, look to his left, pressured, going to roll out to the right. He's looked downfield. He's got no one. He's just going to throw it away. Good decision there by Coster, not forcing anything. It'll be another 4th down.
Yeah, so bring the punt team on. Don't force anything in there. Great decision by Cannon Coster. Again, junior quarterback making his 2nd career start. Just really not making a whole lot of mistakes. That interception, you know, he threw one up there, let his guy try to go get it, but no mistakes yet from Cannon Coster. Great play call. Throw it away. Let your defense, let's pin them deep here inside the 10, hopefully, and let your defense work.
Now, coming into this year, it was a toss-up for the quarterback position between Cannon Coster and Ryan Koski, but when I asked Coach Cooler this week, he said that they liked Koski. He's the quarterback, but of the defense, and they felt Cannon would do a great job, so they slotted them accordingly, and it looks like a great punt, but it will go a little far into the end zone for a touchback, and the Spartans will take the field at the 20-yard line, where the defense has been exceptional so far in the second half. No points scored, as we are still held at 10 apiece.
Big series coming up here at Lincoln East with 6:30 remaining. Again, the offense is really the only thing offense close has been after the pass play from Kearney High School, then the interception in the end zone. Other than that, Lincoln East has not done much this second half. Great job by Bearcat defense by changes and adjusting, really limiting Lincoln East.
Walters being shotgun. He's been shotgun most of the game. He's going to hand off to Ernisic. He's going to try to get quarter. Great tackle right there. Might even be a loss of one. Looked like it was Nate Berg on the defensive end containing the outside right there.
Great read by Berg. Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12. Berg read that beautifully. Bounced outside. Took him down.
Offensive line coach probably not happy for the Spartans right there. 2nd and 12 here for the Spartans. As Walters again will set up in shotgun. Looks like a 5-man front for the Bearcats. He's going to take it up the middle himself, and he'll get only a few. So it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up for the Spartans. Another huge 3rd down. Zach King with the tackle. Of course, he's looking at some colleges, including Liberty University, where former Nebraska quarterback Turner Gill is stationed at.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8.5 we're going to call it here. And deep in Bearcat territory, and even starting Lincoln East territory.
Looks like 3-man front for the Bearcats. Bannock can drop back. Oh, it's picked off! What a pick! Looks like Zach King! Touchdown! Zach King with a pick 6.
Huge play by Zach King right there. Read that beautifully, jumped up, grabbed the ball, took it to the house. We're talking about with the one big play. There it is. There it is, Bearcat fans. That's the one big play we've been waiting for. Zach King. Been calling his name all night long.
Having a great night defensively. It's his 2nd interception of the season. They've both been huge interceptions last week. With under a minute to go in the game, he had the game-stealing interception against GI, and now with a pick 6. The go-ahead pick 6 to put the Bearcats up 16-10 with Leo Palomo to hit the PAT. 4 for 4 on the year is Leo Palomo on PATs. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. Zach King with a pick 6 to put the Bearcats up 17-0. You are watching live here on BSN. We'll be right back. Stick with us. And we are back here on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home for Kearney High Athletics. Of course, you are watching live on Strive TV, a Nebraska-based company that allows us to bring you high school athletics like this. And now, after a pick 6 by Zach King, his 2nd interception of the year, the Bearcats will kick off to Lincoln East, as they now have a 17-10 lead with only 5:07 left here in this ball game. Leo Palomo, kick it. That's a good kick right there. Look, that'll go for a touchback.
That's good. Touchback there. It's a Lincoln East ball at the 20. That's to go to 80 yards. You're looking at 5:07 remaining. It's 4-down territory now for Lincoln East.
I mean, especially if they're just going to run the ball, they're going to have to hurry because they have not had very much success with the passing game tonight.
Yeah, they've had a couple short passes, but nothing really deep. It's been mainly the quarterback running the ball. You know, he is a dangerous running back, but right now the containment it's all on the big guys up front right now. They've done a great job this second half. In fact, about the last 3 quarters, they've done a great job of containing this running game from Lincoln East.
Late substitution there for the Spartans. That was Donovan Bargan, the 6'4 receiver, who had one of the better pass plays completed to earlier in this football game. Drops back. He's going to throw. It is caught. And driving through the defenders. It looked like it was number 6, Noah Makovica. They were probably the returning starter wide receiver.
That was a good run by Makovica. Hit a couple Bearcats and got some yards after contact. That's always big. Coaches love that. Shows how hard you run it here. And Bearcats need to wrap that up.
First down.
We're inside of 5 minutes now.
Walters in shotgun again. Oh, looked like false start on the left tackle side. And indeed, it will be a false start. Another penalty for the Spartans, it looked like. That was number 75, Logan Walters, on the false start. Little jump there. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Small things like that are not going to help the Spartans here. They need all the yards and giving up 5 yards to the Bearcat defense is not helping them. With 4:40 remaining in the game, 1st and 15. Big first down here with Spartans. You do not want to get long yardage because it helps the defense.
4-3 formations for the Bearcats right here. Walters, drop back to pass, pressured. He's going to run away from it, and he drove great pass breakup. Who is that? Looked like
Barth?
Ryan Koski.
No, it's Koski.
Coach Cole called him the quarterback of our defense. He is the starting weak safety for Kearney, and he had a great pass breakup right there.
Brings up 2nd and 15. Again, right now, long yardage. Bearcats are looking at pass. Let our defensive line try to contain, looking at pass.
Walters in shotgun again. He got 3 receivers to the right. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to be stuffed there. That looked like it was number 13.
13, Urbanic.
Urbanic. That's the first time we've heard his name tonight of a big play. And it looked like no gain. And it'll be 3rd and 15 again.
3rd and 15, yeah. Really, Urbanic's had a nice day on the offensive, but that's the first time we really called his name defensively. Huge 3rd down. Listen to the Rowdies. The fans are starting into it. Lincoln East is probably lucky they're on the opposite side of the Rowdies right now, because if not, it would be really loud for these guys.
People standing up for this 3rd down. Again, this is probably 4th down territory as they're down 17-10 with 3:45 left in this football game. Walters in shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, look to his left. Pressured there by Robinson. And Robinson will take him down.
Huge Bearcat sack by Joaquin Robinson. A lot of pressure.
First time his name's been called tonight, but it is a huge one.
4th down, you got to have a punt. Lincoln East is all right. They've got to punt the ball away. 3.5 minutes to go.
So it looks like
you're at 4th and 22. Lincoln East does have 3 timeouts, so they can stop the clock. Bearcats were not set up for this. They were expecting, this could be. They're trying to get people off the field.
Motioning off the people off the field.
Now we got them off. Yep, Coach Gould is not happy. He's sticking for that.
Fair catch.
Fair catch.
By
Good
Gruby.
choice by Gruby.
Don't want to risk anything here in the late stages of this football game, and they will take over around the 46-yard line.
Huge play by the defensive line. Joaquin Robinson. Again, that D-line is really starting to take over this game.
Joaquin Robinson is a 6'3", 223-pound senior. First-year starter. He played some snaps last year, but this is his first time starting for the varsity team. And coming up with a huge sack right there. His first sack of the year.
Right. Right now, looking at Lincoln East, 2:53 remaining in the game. Lincoln East has 3 timeouts. Ball's at midfield. You got to think, we're going to run the ball. A couple first downs could probably ice this game for the Bearcats.
But rushing it huge. They got 4 man on the front with blitz. Yeah, they're just going to blitz up the middle, and he'll get around 1.
Now will Lincoln East stop? Yep, there's first timeout.
First timeout with 2:45 remaining. Defense has been very solid so far for Lincoln East.
Well, I think is Coach Gould is going to make them burn those timeouts. If we do have to punt the ball, try to pin them back inside the 20, make Lincoln East go 80 yards, and they've been a primarily running team, 80 yards with roughly, if they get the ball back to 220, 2:30 left in the game, have to go 80 yards. That's tough to do so far because our defense have been really stiffening against the run. They might have to go to the pass. But big plays right here. It's 2nd and 9. A first down's huge. First down, we can get this game probably inside 1.5 minutes. Again, Lincoln East has 2 timeouts.
So Bearcats in good position right now to try to ice this ball game. But they're going to have to break that interior defensive line of Lincoln East, which has been very hard to come by in this football game. I would think they'd run it away from 6'6" lineman Chris Walker.
I would see something on the outside. I could see a stretch play right here. Berg's in.
They're not in shotgun. If they're in shotgun, I expect they would do a little pitch to Berg, which was successful last week against Grand Island. Under center, though. Just hand it off to Berg right up the middle. He's going to bounce the outside, but looks like number 6, Noah Makovica, was there.
Yeah, nothing going. Timeout immediately on the.
Yeah, it'll be about 3rd and 10. That was a loss of 1, maybe 2
Okay, well, I have some time here in this timeout here. Let's get updated on scores in the Prep Zone Top 10 scoreboard. We have number 1 ranked Omaha North starting to roll over Omaha Central 30-0. Again, number 1 ranked Omaha North 30-0 over Omaha Central in the fourth quarter. Bellevue West big over Bellevue East 52-0 in the third quarter. Probably the game of the week. Number 3 Millard North against number 4 Millard West. Right now, Millard West is up 21-20 fourth quarter. You have to know that's drives me crazy. Again, number 4 Millard West over number 3 Millard West over Millard North, 21-20. Then we have number 5 in the top 10, Elkhorn South. They're Class B. They're up 33-24. That's a final 33-24 over Omaha Skutt. Our game here, number 6 Kearney is up 17-10 over number 9 Lincoln East. And then we have another huge game in Omaha. Omaha Burke, number 7, leading number 8 Omaha Creighton Prep 24-17. That game is in the third. And then number 10, Lincoln Southeast, is starting to pull away from Lincoln Southwest. They're up 27-10. That's in second quarter.
And now it'll be 3rd and 13 for Kearney. You just got to run the ball.
Yeah, you got to expect just a running play right here. Make Lincoln East burn that last time out.
Foster under center. He's going to pitch the outside. Looks like Berg, he's just going to be very conservative about it. Just goes up, and he'll get tackled after about a gain of 3.
Yeah, there's the final timeout for Lincoln East.
So, it'll be...
So, granted, Kearney did not get that first down. Lincoln East did their job. They held them on downs, but Coach Cool made Lincoln East burn those 3 timeouts. Here at Big, Ben Dinkle, biggest punt so far of the season for him. I know it's only game 2, but Ben's got to get this one away. We can pin him inside the 20, make the Spartans go 80 yards in less than 2.5 minutes.
And if you're Kearney, you would think Lincoln East has to go through the air, and if you're Kearney, you got to have lots of confidence in your secondary because there's been not a lot of success so far through the air for Carson Walters.
No. And the pressure, the big guys up went Robinson. Those guys have been great pressure on Walter so far when he has dropped back. They've made him scramble, make them run, get that clock moving. Lincoln East, again, they're out of timeouts.
Ben Dinkle, of course, will be punting away to, it looks like, number 34, Brandon Goodyear. And it looks like a timeout by Kearney. Coach Brandon Cool will regroup his guys and decide what to do here.
All right, Coach Cool wanted to take a seat, take a look at what Lincoln East was going to line up to do. Might be telling Ben, if Ben knows any kind of directional kicking, to kick it a certain way. Don't let them get a chance to return. Ball hits the turf. We can run a few more seconds off. 5-6 more seconds. That could be a huge 5 or 6 seconds for Lincoln East. They've got to go. You just want to contain them. Don't let him outside. We're going to hear a few more scores here at the end of third quarter. Kearney Catholic 28, Grand Island Central Catholic 7. So it looks like Kearney Catholic is well on the way to going 2-0 on the season.
And again, you are listening live or watching live here on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. And it's on Strive TV, allowing us to cover high school athletics, including this great matchup between Lincoln East and Kearney. So Dinkle will be on to kick it away for the Bearcats with, it looks like, Brandon Goodyear far back for the Spartans. Snap is good. Pressure there by Lincoln East. They went after it. Good punt there. Brandon Goodyear gets around a couple, but he'll get a few yards. Maybe 5 or 6 Bearcats around it, but he got probably 8 or 9 yards. He'll be there at the 25.
Yeah, Lincoln East definitely went after Dinkle on that one. That may be a good sign for the Bearcats there. Maybe if they're going for a block, maybe they're a little more apprehensive about what their offense can do. Their coach maybe had a little more confidence in going for the block than what their offense can. They can move 75 yards. Again, this is absolutely 4-down territory. Huge sack would be big right now for the Bearcats.
2:17 left. This is probably the final possession for Lincoln East unless they can tie this football game.
Our Bearcats get it. They can probably kneel on the ball.
Walters going to drop out, looked his left, and it's completed to Donovan Bargan. And he'll get a first down, and you can't take your time here. They got to go no huddle. The clock will stop, though, because of the chain gang moving into new position. Donovan Bargan, most successful wide receiver tonight for the Spartans. Big guy needs a tough guy to cover.
Right, he's a big guy.
195
Yeah, 6'4"
pounds.
frame out there. He's using that real well.
He's going to throw it deep. It looks like overthrown, and it is. Looked like the tender receiver is number 2, Jack Kurtenbach.
Yeah, well covered there. Who's at 15 and 11? Bearcats, they had him double teamed, well read.
That was Noah Arendado
And Nate Berg.
Nate Berg.
And a lot of pressure right now in the Bearcat secondary.
They've had very much success tonight in the secondary for the Bearcats. Drop back, looks to his right is Walters. He's got time, gonna throw it downfield, and it's just short, in and out of the hands. Hit the turf, then out of his hands. And the tender receiver is Noah Makovica, and it will be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 here. I'm shocked they're going for big. On 1st and 2nd down, they've gone big yardage here.
I mean, I don't think you should go big yardage. You got 1:56 left. You got
Right.
plenty of time.
Right. Now you're looking to probably some yardage for Lincoln East. Get what you can. You know, if you have to get 5-6 yards, they can do that, make it a more manageable 4th down.
Walters in shotgun.
Crowd starting to come to their feet here. This is a big 3rd down.
Big last 2 downs here for Lincoln East. Looks to his right, but now to his left. Pressure to get a throw downfield, and it'll be out of bounds. Good coverage there. Looked like by Brant Barth on number 1, Donovan Bargan.
Yeah, he's definitely targeting Bargan right now, that big 6'4" frame. You got to look at a huge 4th down. This is game right here.
This is game right now.
Bearcats stop them. They can kneel on the ball. They can run the clock out because Lincoln East is out of timeouts.
And
Lincoln East Bearcat fans are up, coming up on their feet.
this is the game.
Rowdies are getting rowdy again right here. This is game right here.
Carney trying to close out Lincoln East here with 1:50 left. This is the ball game. If Lincoln East cannot get this 1st down, Carney could just kneel because Lincoln East has no timeouts. Trips to the right. Walters in shotgun. He's going to look. Scrambles right. Good pressure. Throws it tipped. And it's caught by Joshua Makovica. He gets a block. He'll cut up field. And the ball's loose.
Ball's loose.
And Carney's
Fumble.
got it.
Carney signal, they got it.
Well, they got it.
Who's got down? No signal from the referees yet.
Whose is it? Did they
are
call
signaling-
it Lincoln East?
They are signaling Lincoln East was down before
signal
the
is-
fumble.
Wow.
Lincoln East was down before the fumble. So as Lincoln East ball, great tip.
So they are set up at the 35. Now, what a turn of events right there.
Huge interference. Ball was tipped and ran right to him. Great catch.
Carney had it, but he said they were down. Walters in shotgun, looks to his right, pressured again. He's going to run.
Trying to get out of bounds.
King on the pursuit, and King will drag him out of bounds. That's a good play by Walters to get out of bounds and stop the clock. I mean, not much of a gain. Looks like about 2 or 3.
Right. But that's a very smart play by Walters, just getting out of bounds. He has no timeouts. If they would have taken him down, that would at least run by like 20 seconds off and inside a minute.
Now you got to be looking. Walters is probably going to be targeting Donovan Bargan, the 6'4" frame. Of course, he is a big red zone threat. Standing at 6'4", they're probably going to match up Brant Barth. Coach Cool's going to match up Brant Barth, who stands at 6'2".
Yeah,
with
figure
Bargan.
we'll shade a safety over there just to double team him.
Shotgun Walters looks to his left. He's going to throw. He got his man. That's Bargan.
He's inbounds, though.
He's in bounds. Good play by the 3 Bearcat defenders. It'll be a 1st down. So the clock stops, but just for a second for the chain gains.
Moving.
1:12
remaining in the game here. Huge. They're now deep in Bearcat territory.
They're at the 21, but they cannot settle for a field goal here.
No, it's definitely 4th down territory. Field goal does not help them here.
1 minute to go here in regulation. Lincoln East in the red zone trying to tie up this ball game. Walters looks to his right to get throw a fade, and it'll be overthrown. Good defensive coverage there by Noah Arendando, the senior cornerback. You've heard his names a couple of times.
Right, Arendando was stride for stride with the receiver on that one. Great defensive play by Arendando. Took away the fade route. 52 seconds left in the game.
Forced Walters to throw a difficult pass.
Okay, there's a final. Lincoln North has final game. Lincoln North 30. Omaha North 30. Omaha Central 0. That game just went final.
So Omaha North stays
Number one
with that win most likely. And it'll be Walters in shotgun. He'll look to his right, now look to his left. Pressured there by King. Rushed out to his right. He'll get the corner. He's kept going. He'll get a first down. Carson Walters using his feet to get the first down there. And Lincoln East looks like it will be a first down, maybe first and goal.
Looks like we're right at the 10. It is first and goal right at the 10-yard line.
All right, so
Pay dirt right here.
45 seconds.
10 yards. Getting the minds of last week, the big defensive stop in the goal line against Grand Island last week. Bearcats held on 4th and 2.
Got check time right here for the Bearcat defense. Walters, look at the pass. Fade route in the corner. It is caught.
Caught, touchdown.
Touchdown. Sabian Taylor with 38 seconds remaining catches a touchdown, and Lincoln East is an extra point away from tying this football game. I mean, you got to give credit to Carson Walters right there. Perfectly placed ball.
Absolutely. There's not much the defense could have done to pass interference. Around the corner, right over the shoulder. Great pass by Walters.
It was an over-the-shoulder catch, perfectly placed, and they are 1 point away. Confusion there, looks like, on the extra point unit for the Spartans.
Now this gets big here. Getting extra points are never always guaranteed in high school football.
No. And look what we got here. Timeout Kearney.
Timeout Kearney. Must be some confusion on
Yeah.
Kearney. Coach Cool wants to make sure his defense lined up. An impressive drive by Lincoln East and Walters. He hasn't been passing much. When he did, he put it on his spot.
Big play was big reception by Joshua Makovica, who went down to around the 21-yard line. He lost the ball. Kearney recovered, but the referees marked that Lincoln East was down, so they kept the ball. And, of course, Davion Taylor with the touchdown reception to put Lincoln East within 1.
Again, it has a huge 4th and 10 conversion for Lincoln East. Ball game on the line. Here it is, extra point with 38 seconds remaining.
John Brady on the PAT attempt. Snap is good, a little high, hold is good, and he looks like he got it. And this game is tied at 17. Sabian Taylor with a 10-yard touchdown reception to tie this game here against Kearney. You're watching live here on BSN. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the Bearcats receive the ball with 38 seconds to go in the game. Stick with us here on BSN. And we are back here on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. I'm your host, Jeff Ekstrom, with my co-partner, Robert Goff. And we're happy you have joined us here on this beautiful Friday night of high school football. And we are covering Kearney and Lincoln East, and we are tied at 17. Lincoln East just scored to tie this game with 38 seconds remaining in regulation. So unless Kearney comes up with a last-minute drive, they got one timeout to try and do it. Otherwise, we are headed to overtime.
And my guess is here, unless we get a big return, I would bet we just kneel on the ball. Okay, and, kicked it away.
And
if we can get a return here.
Looks like Obanik and he's got a hole. We get defender. He will not get away. It looks like the kicker They're in Lincoln East
They're in
territory. Though. So a big play, a couple 10, 15-yard plays, and Leo Palomo will have a chance to win the football game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We know Leo can kick. He easily has the distance on a 41-yarder he's made and a 40-yard he missed wide, but he easily had the distance. And actually the wind is at the Bearcats' back. So actually favoring Bearcats right now. We have 29 seconds left. You got to think right now we're looking at 20 yards. 20 yards puts Leo in range.
Coster in shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of him. Drops back, looks to his left. He's going to throw a little out route to Brent Barth, and he dropped it.
Yep, Barth. He's looking to run there before he caught the ball. Plain, pure, and simple. Brent's got to catch those. It wouldn't have been much of a gain, but I think it would have been about 5 yards and get out of bounds.
26 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 from Lincoln East's 48-yard line, trying to get within field goal range for Leo Palomo, the Kearney High kicker. Coster and shotgun, 2 receivers on each side of him again. He's going to drop back, look to his right again, another out route. Gruby with it, tipped. Bart tried to catch it, but went out of bounds again. So 2 straight in and out routes for the Bearcats, but none are successful, and it is 3rd and 10 with 23 seconds in regulation.
Yeah, disappointing because both those are about 5-yard pass plays. If both are completion, we've been about 3rd and 2, maybe a first down at the 40. We could look at here in an out route, maybe a hitch and go to get up. We need, again, Bearcats about 20 yards to get Leo Paloma in range.
Spartans playing a 4-3. They're playing back in shotgun, and they're going to keep her to Coster. He's going to try to get out of bounds, and he did.
First down.
First down.
First down Bearcats. That's at the 37-yard line. 17 seconds. Right now you're looking at a 54-yarder. The wind is picking up, and it is at the Bearcat back, so it is helping Leo.
So 17 seconds to go. Kearney does have 1 timeout, so they still have around 2 to 3 plays to play with right here.
Be good about another 12 yards, puts definitely Leo at that 40-yard field goal range, which he has made tonight. Bearcat are looking about 15 yards.
They're going to have again. And
penalty flag on the play.
That'll stop the clock with 13 seconds, but we'll see what the penalty. I might have saw some early movement from, illegal procedure. Illegal shift by Kearney.
That might have to Coach Gould to use that last timeout.
And they're going to go no huddle. Well, they're going to try to go.
Be ready for
right
the play.
Away.
Right when the signals that play going, that clock going, Coach Gould's got a guy lined up.
Cody Smith out to the right with Gruby and Brent Barth to Coster's left with, it looks like, Berg in the backfield. Coster's going to run to his left. He's going to look. He's going to throw in and out of the hands. Looks like of Trey Gruby. Good coverage there by number 83, Jared Searcy of Lincoln East. 8
seconds remaining in the game here. You got to go one shot down the field. He's saving that timeout. You can go in the middle. You have 6 or 7 seconds. He can go to the middle, call timeout, get Palomo on the field to give a chance. Right now, your 43-yard line, you're talking a 60-yarder. I like Leo, but I think that's out of his range.
Yeah. Not many high school kickers can get a 60
Not a whole lot of 60 yards. I know Leo's got a big leg. I see him on the soccer field, but I don't think a 60-yarder's in there. Here's a big play, 8 seconds left.
Trips to the right for the Bearcats. Coster in shotgun. He's going to drop back, looks to his right. He's going to dump it off for Nate Berg. He's got to get down. He's got to get down. And did he get the timeout in time? That is the question.
The clock.
Yep, and they're going to signal
say 1 second left.
So I don't know if they're in field goal range, but
they're going to send Leo on. They've already got him out there. They've already seen him on the field.
So they're going to send Leo Palomo out for a kick. Now, Lincoln East should probably drop back a returner just in case there isn't enough leg.
It's 38-yard line, so you're looking at a 55-yard field goal. Again, Leo, he hit one from 41. He missed from 40, but both of them definitely had the distance, and now he has the wind to his back. When he hit both of those, there was really no wind. Wind has a little bit, not a whole lot, but what there is will help Kearney.
So it looks like it'll be around a 55, 56-yard field goal. They're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock for Kearney. And yes, Leo Palomo will come out.
Okay, Palomo will come out. And again, no, really hard for the Kearney. Lincoln East does not have anybody back. So they're going for straight block.
Maybe playing for a fake, potentially. Yeah, they got a few guys back.
Huge leg from Palomo. Let's see if he's got the distance here.
So the placeholder Ryan Koski lined up at about the 44.
I know Lincoln East coaches were not happy about those 2 seconds, but I think it's the right call. He was down.
He was down.
He was down. And the side judge immediately was starting to signal for time on the clock. Immediately.
And now Leo Paloma trying to win this game for the Bearcats. Snap is good, hold is good, and it'll be way short. It might have been partially blocked at the last scrimmage.
Yeah, but I think it was partially blocked there. Leo's got his head down, or he just missed it. He has nothing to be ashamed about. We're going to overtime here at Foster Field.
So we're headed overtime between Kearney and Lincoln East. So stick with us here on BCN. We'll be right back. And we are back here on BSN. I'm your host, Jeff Exelon, with my partner, Robert Goff. And we are in overtime here between number 5 ranked Kearney and number 8 ranked Lincoln East. Now, when we were away, Kearney won the overtime toss, and they decided to, traditionally, you defend first, and that's what Kearney did. So Lincoln East will take offense while Bearcats take defense first, and then we'll flip-flop after the possession is over. Now, each possession starts at the 25, and it's acted like any other game if you turn over. So if you turn over, Bearcats will have a chance to end it.
Yeah, turnover is huge right here, especially with the way Leo is hitting the ball. I think he just tried to overhit that last one instead of just trying to swing through. Can't blame it. The kids had a great start of the year so far. We have one final for games to note here. Grand Island 34, North Platte 7. And again, Bearcats heads to North Platte next week to take on the Bulldogs.
North Platte Bulldogs kind of a mini rivalry, but not as big as Grand Island. And as you see in the background, Lincoln East Rowdies moving over to see their football team. Lincoln East chose.
Yep. I'll try to get here at a camera shot of the Rowdy section, trying to move over behind. There's the Rowdies sprinting on them. They went to the opposite side.
Since Lincoln East lost the possession toss, they want the winds at their back, so the Kearney High Rowdies might not be near them.
Again, the clock is off. It is just straight possession at the 10-yard line. Each team gets one
10,
possession.
Correct. It's a little different in high school than in college. And Walters in back. He's getting handed off, and he'll get like no gain, looks like. Looks like that was number 10, Alexander Hernisik, who's been the main ball carrier this evening for the Spartans. Haven't heard a lot about Max White, who's the backup quarterback this year. He was a starting quarterback last year but was injured, so Carson Walters took over and he has seized the job.
And again, Walters, early in the game, he definitely led the East Spartans with his legs, and late in the game here, definitely with his arm.
So Walters in shotgun. Sends A2 in motion to go look to his right. Faded up, bargain, and it's batted away by Brant Barth.
Great play by Barth there, batting the ball away. Barth used that big 6'4" frame. Barth went up there and just kind of swatted away. Nice job by Brant Barth. Brings up a big third down.
And that's the situation that I would think Coach Cool would want.
More and more of the Rowdies start to stream over behind. I'm actually surprised that they are not into the bleachers. I'll swing the camera over here. There's the Rowdies starting to fill up on that north end zone. I'm really surprised they're not behind the bleachers. I see Steve Hampton there. Helps us out at Kearney High School. I wonder if he kind of stopped him. They're starting to balance him down.
3rd and 10. 2 receivers on each side to Walters in shotgun. Motion is in. Sabian Taylor, who got the game-tying touchdown, rolls to his right, looks to his right. He's going to throw. Intercepted. Is that Barth? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Brant Barth. What a game, Brant Barth. I mean, right now, Kearney High punches think Brant Barth is easily player of the game.
2 interception.
Barth read that beautifully, went up, got it.
And 2 straight great plays by Barth. The pass breakup in the corner of the end zone, the play before, and now, of course, the interceptions. And now, Kearney only has to get a field goal, any points at all, to win this football game.
Absolutely. Right now it's ball control. I'm expecting 3 straight runs, keep the ball right in the middle of the field. I would not surprise me. We would run right at the gut at him 3 straight times, bring Leo on, redemption.
So?
Are they going? Actually, Leo's on the field right now.
They're going to go.
Are they going to end the game? Yeah, Koski's on the field. We're going to end this game right now.
They might want to do this now because it's in case of a botch snap.
Or a fumble or anything right now. Coach Gould is going for the win.
All right, Leo Palomo on. Missed 2 field goals this game. Trying to redeem himself right here.
27-yard
Snap
field goal.
Is good. Hold is good. The kick is good. And Kearney wins.
Look at the Bearcat win for Leo Palomo. And the Kearney High Bearcats, huge win tonight.
And for the first time since 2012, the Kearney High Bearcats start the season 2-0. Leo Palomo with the game-winning field goal in overtime.
Absolutely. Coach Gould took no chances whatsoever. He brought Leo out. He brought Koski out, lined up straight through the middle.
Just an absolutely great game
absolutely
by both
great
teams.
Game by both teams. Absolutely.
Lincoln East and Kearney both played their hearts out, but it's Kearney comes out ahead here tonight, 20-17. Has to be decided in overtime, where again Leo Palomo hits a game-winning field goal to send the Bearcats to 2-0 for the first time since 2012. And for the Spartans, they still have not started the season 2-0 since 2006.
Yep. We're going to keep the cameras running here while their players have a great congratulatory line. Lincoln East showing great class here. That's a tough loss for Lincoln East. They played so well. That first quarter and a half, they completely dominated the game. With 8 minutes left in the first quarter, Kearney High had 6 offensive snaps and no first downs. To come away with this win is huge for the Bearcats. They're down there. Coach School's at the end zone celebrating with the fans. All right, sorry, celebrating the team. I'm going to swing over. There's the Rowdies.
And you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff because most of the first half, again, Lincoln East was completely dominating this football game, got a late score, got momentum going into the second half. The coaching staff made adjustments, and they just came out and won this hard-fought game. Leo Paloma hitting a game-winning field goal. And you see over there the Rowdies right over there by the Bearcat locker room entrance.
Yeah,
just cheering for their team right there.
That's going to be quite the crowd. Going to greet these players. They come off the field. Coach Cool's going to have a little talk with them. Yes, exactly right. The adjustments this coaching staff made against that Lincoln East offense, kudos to a tip of the hat to the coaching staff that Coach Cool's put together. They made adjustments. They shut them down. Lincoln East had 10 straight points right at the start of the game, very much in control. And then after that one, Kearney High started chipping away. The long pass play to Brock Marlette, and then the Brant Barth interception. Got this 10-10 at halftime, and what a great game the second half. Very defensive struggle the second half, but Kearney High comes top 2017.
And we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to give you we're going to have the post game. As again, Kearney wins 20-17 coming up, the post game show here on BSN. Stick with us. And we are back live here on BSN, Bearcat Sports Network, your online streaming home of Kearney High Athletics. I'm your host, Jeff Ekstrom, along with my co-partner, Robert Goff. And we are in the post-game show here for this great game between Kearney and Lincoln East. Of course, Kearney coming on top 2017 with Leo Palomo hitting a game-winning field goal in overtime after a Brant Barth interception on Lincoln East's first possession to win this football game. Now let's give you a little recap here to see how this game turned out. At the beginning of the game, the Spartans absolutely dominated the first half. Started the game out with a 68-yard touchdown drive to go up 7-0. Then a couple possessions later, they drove down and hit a 47-yard field goal. That was John Brady who hit the field goal to go up 10-0. And then the momentum started shifting towards Kearney's side. To end the second half, Leo Palomo hit a 41-yard field goal. So going into the half, hit a 41-yard field goal. It was 10-3, and then they drove down, hit a game-tying touchdown to go into the half tied at 10-10. In the second half, that's when the defenses took over.
Right, very impressive drive by Lincoln East to tie the game at the end here. We Kearney High knew they're going to pass. The quarterback made the plays. He did it on his feet and did it with his arm. But in the end, great play by Barth. Right now, definitely player of the game, Brant Barth. One too many plays with the Bearcats and the Bearcat defense. And then Coach Cool, not taking any chances whatsoever with a fumble, not taking any chances whatsoever with a bad handoff, sending Koski out to hold, sending Palomo out to kick the field goal, and he put it right through. 2017 Kearney High School, they're 2-0 on the season. And next week we are heading to North Platte. North Platte again was a loser tonight. They lost to Grand Island 34-7. So looking at the scores, trying to compare scores right now, Kearney High is looking good right now to start the season 3-0. But anytime you go on the road at North Platte, at Grand Island, any of our rivalry games, it's going to be a good game.
Now the good situation for Kearney that they've already had a road game in a hostile place in GI, their biggest rival. So they have that under their belt. So they will try to move on to 3-0 next week as they head to North Platte. While for Lincoln East, after a tough loss here, they go back home and will host Lincoln Southeast in a battle of Lincoln schools. And to wrap up the recap, it was tied 10-10 at the end of the first half. Then a pick six by Zach King, his second interception of the season. He returned it for about 30 yards to put the Bearcats up 17-10. Then with 38 seconds remaining, the Lincoln East drove down the field, and Donovan Bargan with a 10-yard touchdown reception to tie this game up at 17. And then, of course, in overtime, the interception. Then the second interception tonight, Brant Barth, to set up the game-winning field goal by Leo Palomo.
Yep. Okay, and now we're going to wrap it up here for our first game of Bearcat Sports Network. It's been a great time. Jeff Ekstrom, his first game, did an incredible job. Again, Bearcats here, 2017 over Lincoln East. Jeff, any last words?
Yeah, it was a great game by both teams. Give credit to both coaching staff for coaching a great game. And it was fun to watch from up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us for our first ever broadcast. I thought it was very successful.
When's our next home game, Jeff?
The next home game will be in
2 weeks.
2 weeks against Fremont, as Kearney has 2 straight away games against North Platte and Creighton Prep. So hopefully they come back home 4-0. So that'll do it for us. Any last words?
No, let's sign off here. And again, we'll see you guys in a few weeks here when we have a home game against Fremont. Then again, this is Robert Goff, and that's Jeff Ekstrom doing our play-by-play. The Bearcat Sports Network signing off, and see you later.